In this video, we're going to go over the functions of the touchscreen operation for the ZM-R7220 BGA Rework Station. So if we're looking at the screen from top to bottom, up here we have our Z-axis. That's the position of the head when it's a home position. So the head is at 0. That means it's all the way up. The distance from the home position to where the pickup tube will touch the chip on your circuit board is called the mounting position. So whenever you're making a profile for a new board, you'll determine what the depth is from home position to the top of your BGA chip, and you'll input that mounting position in your profile. This mounting position for this board is 185 millimeters. That means from home position, when the head's all the way up, to when the head goes down and the pickup tube touches the top of the BGA, it's 185 millimeters distance. This has our title, the BGA name, so the name of our profile that we have in here right now is LED. We have our command start, stop, constant. When we're installing a chip or removing a chip, we have a profile and it times out according to what we have it set at. If for some reason we don't want it to end, we want it to go longer, we can press constant. At the end of the profile, it will keep running, and then we will have to tell it when to stop ourselves. We have manual cooling, so I can turn on the cooling fans if I want to run them longer. We have manual vacuum, so if I'm in manual mode, I can manually turn on the vacuum. So right now it's going to stop. We can go to our temp settings, and this is our profile. Right now we have a LED profile. It goes in 4 segments. From 80 degrees to 250 is our peak reflow. It's heating up at a rate of 1 degree per second. So we can program our top heater and our bottom heater. And then if we want to set our area heater, we can set our area heater anywhere from 0 to 350 C. We can program how many seconds or how many minutes we want our cooling fan to run. And then this is our mounting position. So if the distance from my pickup tube to from home position to my chip was 195 or 175, we change it to that. Basically, you're going to measure it. It's going to be different for every board because it depends on how thick the board is and how thick your chip is will determine what your mounting position is. If I want to select a profile, I will go to View Library. And currently we have LED, LED free. We have a couple of test profiles. We have a profile for Calibrate, and then we have a profile for an FPGA. If you want to change the profile, I would just select the profile I want, like LED free. I would put select. I'll put load those settings, and it would load them, and I press back. I'm ready to run that profile. We have several commands. You can mount it. So if I'm installing a new chip and I want the machine to pick up the chip, align it, and place it, I would use the mount command. If I want to just do everything manually, where I manually turn on the heat, I manually move the head up and down with a joystick, I would use it's called 7220A mode. This is manual mode. If I want to just, if I just want a solder chip, or if the chip's already in place and I want to heat it up and run the profile one more time, I would use the solder command. So basically, we select our commands, and then we have our board in place. We just press start, and that'll run this sequence or this profile. Anytime if we want to abort, anytime the machine's running, we can just press stop, and the machine will reset. Down here on the top, I have my internal thermocouple readings. So this will be my top heater temperature when it's running. This will be my bottom heater temperature. This would be my IR temperature. And the real temperature here would be if I'm using my external thermocouple to watch the measurements on the board. That would be my real temperature. Over here on the blue boxes, those when the machine's running, these boxes will be what the computer's telling it to do. So on the bottom, the computer will be telling it, like they could be telling it to go to 100, and the top will be telling you what the actual temperature is until it gets to that setting that's in the profile. Anytime the machine's running, we could press temp settings, We can go back and look at our profile while it's running. If we want to, when the profile is running, if we want to see what it's running, we can go to our sensor, and this screen will have the profile when it's running. And while it's running, you can stick in a flash drive and you can save the picture to USB anytime while it's running to take a frame of what it's running at. And we can go do one of those in a separate video. Basically, that's your touchscreen operation. You have your start, stop, constant if you don't want it to stop and you want to keep the heat running. Manual cooling, manual vacuum, temp settings where you set up your profiles, your library where you can pick your profiles. Select a profile. Once I select my profile, it says calibrate. I would load that in the library. If I want to change a profile, I go back to my temp settings and I can just change the name. If I want to change it to circuit board number 23, I just change it like a word processor. I press OK. And after I change everything in the name, I would just save it. I would save that to my library. It says, do you want to save it? Yes. Once I save it, if I want to use it, I load it. So anytime I want to use a profile, I have to select it and I have to load it into the system in order for it to run. So that concludes our segment on touchscreen operation for the ZM-R7220A.